So welcome to the sixth lecture of this chapter, guys. In this lecture we will be doing exercise 2.3 of your NCERT textbook, which is based upon the division algorithm of polynomials. If you see, in the last lectures we learned how to divide a polynomial, guys. Now in this lecture number 6 we are going to solve few questions, all the questions from NCERT 2.3, so that we get well versed with the concept of division of polynomial, guys. As I've said to you, a quick recap is that a division of polynomial is p of x divided by g of x to get q of x, that's the quotient, and the r of x, that's the remainder. And one more concept which we learnt in the example 3 of last lecture is that when they have given a 4-degree polynomial and then they are given two zeros of it, and then when they have asked us to find the other two zeros, using the given two zeros we are going to form an equation which we are going to divide it by the p of x. We'll divide the p of x, the given larger equation of degree 4, with the equation which we got after multiplying the zeros, the given two zeros, and then we'll get the quotient, and then we will factorize the quotient to get the zeros of the polynomial, guys. This was the quick recap of the last lecture, guys. Now let's go ahead to the exercise 2.3, question number 1. The question number 1 says divide the polynomial p of x with the polynomial g of x to get the quotient and the remainder. So this is the polynomial p of x, guys, and this is the polynomial g of x. We have to divide p of x divided by g of x. Let's go ahead, guys. We'll write p of x inside this thing. From the concepts we learned in the last class how to divide the polynomial, we'll divide this polynomial, guys. So here it is x cube and here it is x square. So x square multiplied by what term? What first term in the quotient is going to give us x cube? X square multiplied by what is going to give us x cube? X square into x is going to give us x cube. So the first term in the quotient is going to be x. This gives us the first term here as x cube. And now with the second term of the divisor we have to multiply with the first term of the quotient. That is, after this multiplication we are going to do this multiplication, that is minus 2 into x, which is minus 2x. We will write it here, guys. We will leave a blank space here because there is no x square term generated in this multiplication of divisor and the quotient. We'll just pull it down. And then now what we'll be doing is, now we have to multiply the term x square with such a number that we are going to get minus 3x square, guys. As I said to you, there is no number in this term, but there is a number in this term, which means here in the quotient there should be a number multiplied with x square. That's when you are going to get minus 3x square. So x square and 3, here also it's x square, here also it's x square, so there's no need of multiplying another x. So the only number which you have to multiply is minus 3, because minus 3 into x square is going to give us minus 3x square. So x square into minus 3 is minus 3x square. After that we are going to multiply the second term, which is minus 2 into minus 3. Minus into minus is plus, so plus 6. Now if you add all this, right, it becomes 7x minus 9. So in this question, guys, that's the first sub question of your first question. We have got the quotient as x minus 3 and we have got the remainder as 7x minus 9. You can take the screenshot of this question, guys. So now let's look into the second sub question of your question number 1, guys. In the second sub question they have given us the polynomial p of x as x to the power 4 minus 3x to the power 2 plus 4x plus 5, and the polynomial g of x they have given us as x square plus 1 minus x. In this question what you have to first do is you have to rearrange the terms, guys. you have to rearrange the terms of g of x in such a way that it should start from the highest degree and end with no degree or lowest degree. What I mean by saying this is, the first term should be x square and the second term should be minus x, and then should come the constant term. That's the hierarchy, right? That's the order. First we have to, even while writing the general equation of polynomial, that's how we wrote, right? We wrote as first ax square plus bx plus c. The constant term was always towards the right. So what we have to make is, first we have to make the constant term towards the right and bring the x term in the middle. Let's rearrange it, guys, now. So after this rearrangement, we are ready to go for the division, guys. Now let's go ahead and do the division. So p of x, we are going to write it inside. And g of x here. So as we have seen in the previous lectures, what we have to do is, we have to get a term x to the power 4 here from multiplying x to the power 2 with the term which we have to find out now. So what term multiplied into x to the power 2 is going to give us x to the power 4? So a term multiplied with x to the power 2 is going to give us x to the power 4. That term is x to the power 2. X to the power 2 the first term in the quotient which we are going to get is x to the power 2. Here we are going to get x to the power 4, and then we have to get other terms by multiplying the quotient with the other terms. Well, minus x cube. There is no x cube term. No x cube term here. So with what you are going to divide, subtract the x cube term with no term, right? So what you have to do is, in such cases we have to write the x cube term over here, because in the next now the third term we are going to multiply 1 into x square, which gives us x square. So here we'll write it as plus x square. Now as we have to signs. If it is plus, we are going to write it as minus, and if it is plus here, we are going to write it as minus. This gets cancelled up, guys. This gets cancelled up, and you are not going to get anything, 0. And here it is minus 3x square minus x square is minus 4x square. And here you are going to just pull this term. We are going to write it here, guys. I said you write the hierarchy. The highest term should come to the left, and then it's not that, but the process of following a bit easier. So we are going to write this term here, guys. As I said, we can pull it down, right? We are going to pull it down here, right? And these two terms you are going to pull it down as it is, right? It becomes plus 4x plus 5. Now what we have to do, if you see here, that here the degree is 2, which means this degree is more than the degree of the divisor, which means you can proceed through the division. You have to proceed. When the degree of the remainder comes to be less than the degree of the divisor, stop the process, guys. Still keep going. So it is minus x, because minus x into x is going to give us minus x cube. And now minus x, second term multiplied with the second term of the quotient, we are going to get into minus x, which becomes minus into minus plus, so it becomes x square plus x square. And then the third term, that is 1 into minus x, becomes minus x. Now if you see, guys, first you're going to get like all are in the 5, so you will get a hint that it's going to get cancelled up, most probably. Let's see it, guys. So what multiplied the, okay, so we have to get 5x square. from x square, what multiplied with x square is going to give us minus 5x square. So it is going to give us minus 5x square. And then minus x into minus 5 gives us plus 5x. And then plus 1 into minus 5 gives us minus 5. Now these terms get cancelled up, right? Plus into plus and minus, same terms. Same way, plus and minus, same terms, it gets cancelled up. Here the sign we have to change it, right? So minus becomes plus. So plus 5 plus plus 5 becomes equal to plus 10. So in this case, guys, this is the quotient which we are getting, and this is the remainder. The remainder we are going to get as 10, and the quotient which we are going to get as x square minus x minus 5. You can take a screenshot of this, guys. I'll move aside. Take a screenshot. So this is the third sub question, guys, of first question. In this sub question, they have given p of x as x to the power 4 minus 5x plus 6, and g of x they have given as 2 minus x square. So as I said to you in the previous question, the first step which we have to do is we have to arrange this in the hierarchy, guys. In the hierarchy, in the sense, in that order in which the first term, that's the left term, is going to have the variable with the highest power. Here the left term they are given as the constant. So we are going to take the constant term to the right, always the constant, take it to the right, and take the variable term with the highest power to the left. So let's rearrange it, guys. Minus x square plus 2. Now if you see this minus x square plus 2, okay, so here it's minus. Okay guys, that's fine. Let's go ahead. We'll do p of x divided by g of x. So now we have to get x to the power 4 from minus x square. What multiplied with minus x square is going to give us x to the power 4. So here it's a positive term, right? It's just x to the power 4. It's not minus x to the power 4, which means we have to give a term in minus, because minus into minus is going to give us plus. That's when it's going to be equal to this term. So the first term is going to be minus x to the power 2, because minus x to the power 2 multiplied with the minus x to the power 2 is going to give us plus x to the power 4, which is what we require as the first term here. So we are going to multiply the first term in quotient as minus x to the power 2. Now the second term is 2 into minus x square gives us minus 2x square. There is no minus 2x square in this p of x, guys. So what we are going to do? We are going to write it here, guys. As I said, you will just pull it down in the next step, since there is no term of x square in this equation. We are going to cancel this, and all these terms you are going to pull it down, guys. You are not going to pull it down like this, guys. As I said to you, the highest degree of x should come to the left. So this we are going to take it here. Now what we have to do is, again, the next step of quotient we are going to get, guys. The next term of the quotient, we have to multiply minus x square by what? We'll get minus 2x square. So the x square is same, right? And the minus is also same. X square is already there in the divisor. Also minus is there. The only term which is not there is 2. So what you'll do, you'll multiply this with the 2, then you'll be getting the value minus 2x square. So here we have to write it as plus 2, right? And then 2 into 2 gives us 4. Again, if you see, this term doesn't come in this multiplication, guys. You have to just write it as plus 4. Now if you do the subtraction, this sign becomes plus, this gets cancelled up, guys, right? And then this term you're going to pull it down as it is. And this becomes 6 minus 4, which becomes plus 2. Now in this question, if you see, guys, now in this step, the power of x is less than the power of the divisor, which means this is where we have to stop the division, guys. We have to stop here, and then we have to just conclude that this is the quotient and this is the remainder. The quotient is minus x square plus 2 and the remainder is minus 5x plus 2. So that's it, guys. You can take the screenshot now. Now it's the time for the second question of this exercise, guys, which is we have to check whether the first polynomial is the factor of the second polynomial. What they mean by this is we have to divide this long polynomial, which is the bigger one polynomial, the higher degree polynomial, with the polynomial t square minus 3 to get a remainder 0. So that's what they mean, guys. The thing is that in this topic, basically division algorithm of polynomials, the only thing which they are going to make you do is division, right? But they are going to make you do in a different way. They are going to give some twist in the questions. So you have to first get the twist what they are asking. First you have to get to know what they are asking. So if you see in this question, they have not given you directly, a bit indirectly they have given. They are telling you to check whether the first polynomial is the factor of the second polynomial. To do this, division is the only method, right? There's no other method. So which means you have to do the division. You have to do the division, but how are you going to check it? So the thing is, if the remainder comes 0, which means the check is verified. Verified for what? That the first polynomial is the factor of second polynomial. If the remainder doesn't come 0, that means the first polynomial is not going to be the factor of the second polynomial. So let's go ahead and do the division, guys. In the second sub question, all the questions are the same, based on same concept, guys. So if you are not clear with the concept, make sure that you get it cleared here itself and then proceed with the questions. So I'll tell you once again, guys, I don't want you people to risk this concept because it's important. So when they give this question, you have to, when they are telling you to check whether the first equation or the first polynomial or the second in any ways are the factor of the other polynomial. When they are given to check one polynomial is the factor of another polynomial, what you have to do is you have to divide it, and if the remainder comes 0, you are going to tell it is the factor of the other polynomial. If the remainder doesn't come 0, you are going to tell that's not the factor of the given polynomial. Let's go ahead with the division, guys. Right. I'll write it a bit down here. Plus 3t cube minus 2t square minus 9t minus 12 divided by t square minus 3. So what multiplied by what, t square multiplied by what is going to give us 2t to the power 4. So there's no number here, which means you have to get 2. So here 2 is going to come. So 2, and here it's the power of 4, it's the power of 2 here in t. So to get the power of 4, you are going to multiply t to the power 2 with t to the power 2. That's when you're going to get t to the power 4. So here you'll be writing 2t to the power 2. When multiplied, you're going to get 2t to the power 4. And here you're going to get minus 3 into 2, which is minus 6t square. Right, this is the first step, guys. All other terms which doesn't have any operation to do, we'll just pull it down. And here it gets cancelled, right? 2t to the power 4 minus 2t to the power 4 gets cancelled. And here this is going to become plus, and minus t to the power 2 plus 6t to the power 4 is going to give us plus 4t to the power 2. And here we are going to just pull it down, right? The sign is plus, and here these two terms you are going to just pull it down. And then now we have to see here, guys, in the first term you have to see it is 3t to the power 3, and here it is t to the power 2. To get 3t to the power 3, by what term we have to multiply t to the power 2? It is 3t, because 3t into t square is going to give us 3t to the power 3. And then here it is minus 3 into plus 3t, which gives us minus 9t. Here this t square term doesn't come in this equation, guys, in this method, in this step. So we'll just write it as minus 9t. Now we are going to subtract this. So 3t to the power 3 minus 3t to the power 3 is going to give us 0. So we are just going to get it cancelled. And then here it's the same again, guys. Minus 90 plus 90 is going to give us 0. So we are just going to cancel the terms. And these two terms we are just going to pull it down. Right. So it is 4t to the power 2 minus 12. Now t square multiplied by what is going to give us 4t square. It is t square into 4, which is going to give us 4t square. Very simple, right? It's simple algebra. So t square plus 4 is going to give us 4t square, and minus 3 multiplied by 4 is going to give us minus 12. Right. Now if you see, these two are exactly same. When you're subtracting these, the terms are going to get cancelled. So the remainder is 0, which means the first polynomial is a factor of the second polynomial, right? As I said to you, if the remainder comes 0, you are going to conclude at the last saying, since the remainder is 0, hence the first polynomial is the factor of second polynomial. That's it, guys. Now let's go to the second example. I mean the second subpart. So now we are going to the second part of the second question. That is, yeah guys, it's the second part of second question. They have given this question. Okay, we'll continue. Okay guys, so here this is p of x and this is g of x. What we have to do is we have to just divide this and see whether we are going to get the value of remainder as 0. If you're going to get the value of 0, remainder 0, then we are going to conclude that the first polynomial is the factor of the second polynomial. Okay guys, let's divide it. So x square multiplied by what is going to give us 3x to the power 4? It is 3x square, because x square into 3x square is going to give us 3x to the power 4. 3x square. So it is 3x to the power 4. Right, and then you're going to multiply the second term with the first term of the quotient, which is going to give us 9x cube. And then first term with the first term of the quotient, last term with the first term of the quotient is going to give us plus 3x square. So now this we are going to get it as, this term will get cancelled guys, the first term, right? Because x to the power 4, 3x to the power 4 and minus 3x to the power 4 is going to give us 0. And here we are going to change the sign and see what's going to happen. If we change the sign, we are going to get 14 minus 14 x to the power 3, and here again if we change the sign, we are going to get minus 10 x to the power 2, and these two terms we are just going to pull it down, plus 2x plus 2. Now if you see what term we have to multiply with x square to get minus 14 x to the power 3, that is minus 14x, right? Because minus 14x into x square is going to give us minus 14x to the power 3, and then 3x into minus 14x. Oh, it's going to be a little bigger term guys. 14 into 3 is 42. So we are going to get minus 42 x to the power 2. Okay, we'll write it down. Anyways, let's see what's going to happen. X to the power 2. And then 1 into minus 14 is minus 14. Now if you subtract them, what you are going to get is, this term gets cancelled guys, right? And this term becomes 32x to the power 2, and this term becomes 2x plus 14 becomes plus 28x, and this term we are just going to pull it down. Now if you see, now we have to see x square multiplied by what is going to give 32x square. So x square into 32 is going to give us 32x square, right? So, and then 3x into 32 is going to give us 96 plus 96x. And then 1 into 32 is going to give us plus 32. Right, now if you subtract them, this gets cancelled up, and this minus, if you do, you're going to get it as, how much you're going to get it? Let's see. Wait. 28 minus 96. Oh, let's do it. Camera, I'm getting nervous and I'm not even doing a simple subtraction. Let's do it. So let's do this way. 28. So it is minus 68x minus 30. So remainder, if you see guys, we are going to get minus 68x and minus 30, which means the remainder is not 0, which means the first polynomial is not the factor of the second polynomial. So now let's go to the third sub question of the second question of your exercise 2.3. We have to do the same thing guys. We have to check whether the first polynomial is the factor of the second polynomial. So without wasting much time, let's directly go into the division and see whether if the remainder is 0 or not, and then conclude the result. X to the power 5 minus 4x to the power 3 plus x square plus 3x plus 1, and here in the divisor it is x cube minus 3x plus 1. Now x cube multiplied by what variable, what number, what term is going to give us x to the power 5. So it is x cube into x square, which is going to give us x to the power 5. Right, this is the way I write x. So then minus 3x into x square gives us minus 3x to the power 3. Right, and then plus 1 into x square is going to give us plus x square. Now when you do the operations of minus and plus, you are going to, this term is going to get cancelled up, and then this is going to become plus x, no, it's going to become minus x to the power 3. And this is going to become, and these two terms are going to get cancelled up, and these two terms are going to come down as it is. Now if you see these two terms guys, there's one small, just a minute guys, let me check. It seems like a small error, maybe not. No guys, there's no error. It's just a minute guys. I doubt if there's error in the question. No, correct. Yeah, it's correct guys. So now what we are going to do is x cube multiplied by what is going to give us minus x to the power 3. It is minus 1, right? We are going to get it as minus x to the power 3, and here we are going to get minus, so we are going to get plus 3x, and then 1 into minus 1 is going to give us minus 1. Now if you see, these two terms will get cancelled up, right? Plus into minus, and these both are also plus, which means here minus is going to come, and these two terms are also going to get cancelled up. Here if you see, plus 1 plus 1 is going to give us 2. So the remainder is not equal to 0 guys. If at last step, if you see, that's why I checked my phone guys, if I had copied the question correct or not. Because if you see in the last step, it seems like it's going to get cancelled up and remainder is going to give us 0. But if you see at last, this sign didn't match up. If it was even plus 1, then then it would have got cancelled, but it was minus 1. After changing the sign, it became 1 plus 1, and finally we got 2 as the remainder, which means in this question the remainder is 2, which means the remainder is not equal to 0. When the remainder is not equal to 0, the first polynomial won't be the factor of the second polynomial, which means this polynomial is not the factor of this polynomial. That's it guys. I'll move aside now. You can take the screenshot. So guys, now let's go to the third question of the exercise 2.3. The third question is similar to the example 3 which we did in the last lecture guys. They have given the two zeros, and as I've said you multiple times, this question, how to approach this question, when they're given two zeros and they're asked to find the other zeros of the polynomial, first you have to form the equation using the given two zeros, and you have to divide the given polynomial p of x with that equation. So now basically guys, I'll move aside so that you can see the question properly once. Basically they have given us an equation 3x to the power 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5, and they have not given us the second polynomial equation from which we can divide this equation, but instead they are given the two zeros. I have said you in such cases what we have to do, first we have to find out the polynomial g of x, that is the divisor. We will find that using the zeros of the polynomial, right guys? The two zeros they have given, as I said to you, you have to go in the reverse direction guys. In factorization of the middle term and finding the zeros of a quadratic polynomial, what you used to do at last, you used to come with a conclusion of zeros, right? Before that step there used to be a step in brackets where it used to be like x minus root 5 by 3 and it used to be like x plus 5 by 3. That's the step we are going to go guys. We have to go in a reverse direction in order to get the equation. So let's do it here. So when they are given these two, what you have to do is you have to write it as x minus, this is plus root 5 by 3, right? So here in the equation it becomes minus root 5 by 3, and then x plus, since it's minus here it becomes plus root 5 by 3. Now you have to open this formula guys. If you know which formula this is a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. In this case it's going to become x square minus b square, that is root 5 by 3 square. It's going to become x square minus b square is root 5 by 3 the whole square. So the root and the square will get cancelled, and then we will get the final equation of g of x as x square minus 5 by 3. This is your g of x. Now let's go ahead and divide the polynomial p of x with g of x. (3x to the power 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5 divided by x square minus 5 by 3. Now when you divide, you are going to get a quotient. As I said to you, that quotient is going to give you the other two zeros of the polynomial. In the question they have given you the two zeros, right? You have to find the other two zeros. You are going to find from this two zeros you form the equation. Now with the quotient you are going to find the other two zeros, and then you will be finding the other two zeros. Now to get the quotient we should do the division, right? Without the division we are not going to get the quotient. So let's go ahead and do the division guys. So it is 3x to the power 4. So x square multiplied by what term is going to give us 3x to the power 4? So it is 3x square, because 3x square into x square is going to give us 3x to the power 4, right? Now we have to multiply this one also, right? So it is 5x square by 3. We are going to write it here. It's minus 5x square by 3. Right, now what we have to do, now we are going to subtract this, change the sign and subtract it. So it has 3x to the power 4 minus 3x to the power 4, it gets cancelled up, and then this term you are just going to pull it down. Even these two terms you are just going to pull it down. This becomes 6x to the power 3, and here it becomes, you are going to make it as plus. So this is going to become 5 by 3x square minus 2. 5 by 3, let's do it here. 5 by 3 minus 2 is, right, it becomes 5 minus 6 by 3, it becomes minus 1 by 3. So it is, we have got minus 1 by 3 x square, and these two terms we are just pulling it down, right? So it's going to be as it is. This is the second step which we have got. Now what we should do, we have to get 6x cube. Here it is x square, so we are going to multiply it with 6x, so that we will be getting 6x cube. So it is plus 6x, right? So it becomes, so it becomes 6x cube. Now when you multiply the second term with the second term of the quotient, you are going to get, this 3 is going to get cancelled with 6, because here, for example, here you're going to multiply this, right? It's going to get cancelled and it's going to become 10. So it's going to become 10x. It's going to become 10x. It's going to become minus 10x. Now if you see, these two are same, right? When they are same, it will get cancelled, right? Both are same. We change the sign, we are going to cancel it, right? And these both are also same sign, so we are going to change the sign and cancel them up. And then these two we are just going to pull them down. This becomes minus 1 by 3 x square minus 5. Right. Now what you have to do, you have to multiply this with a number to get minus 1 by 3 x square. See, here already x square is there and here also x square is there. The only number which is required to multiply is minus 1 by 3. It becomes, when you multiply x square with minus 1 by 3, it becomes minus 1 by 3 x square. So here it is minus 1 by 3. It becomes minus 1 by 3 x square. And also when you multiply minus 5 by 3 with minus 1 by 3, it becomes it's going to become 5 by 3, 5 by 9. So when if 0 doesn't come, how to find the other zeros? I think I went somewhere wrong, guys. Just a minute. Let me see if I had copied the questions correctly. I guess it's correct. Where did I go wrong? Check it out, guys. If you people are able to find out the mistake where I went, you can tell me, because in the remainder you are supposed to get 0, but in this step we are not getting 0. If you are not getting 0, we can't go ahead, because only when you get 0 you will be able to factorize the quotient and you will be able to get the other two zeros, right? If I see the question, it is (10x minus 5). The question is correct. A square minus b square, right? Yeah, it's correct. So we divided it and then we did the multiplication. I mean, here it's 3, guys. We spotted out one more mistake. So it was here 3 and then, okay, got the mistake. Did you people get the mistake, guys? Since I didn't put here 3 properly, I got it wrong in the second step itself. From here itself it became wrong. These are the mistakes even you can commit, guys. So make sure that be a bit more conscious in these calculations, guys. This entire thing became wrong because of that 1 3 number. So now let's do it again. It happens, guys. In maths it happens. Can't do anything. That's how you're going to learn it. So here it becomes 3 gets cancelled. It becomes 5x square. Right. This gets minus, this gets cancelled up, and we are going to pull it down. 6x cube, and this becomes plus 3x square minus 10x minus 5. Now this is, we have to do it plus 6x. This becomes 6x cube. This becomes 2 plus it becomes minus 10x. Right. So these both are in the same sign. It's like previous step itself, guys. This one thing became wrong. That's it. Right. It get cancelled up. These two will get cancelled up because both are of the same sign. We'll change the sign and cancel them up. And these two we are going to pull them down as it is. It becomes 3x square minus 5. Now what number you have to multiply? It is plus 3, because 3 into x square gives 3x square, right? It becomes 3x square, and this becomes 3 gets cancelled, only minus 5 will be left out, minus 5, which means this time, see guys, both are same. We'll change the sign and cancel them up. You will get 0. This is what we wanted. In last step what happened, we did a small mistake, we didn't get 0. If you get the 0, now you have the quotient. Now you can find the other two zeros of this question which they have asked. After giving the two zeros of that polynomial, the other two zeros you can find it from dividing them and then factorizing the quotient, guys. We got the quotient right. Now we have to factorize the quotient. Let's factorize it here, guys, and find the zeros of the polynomial, other two zeros. Now we are going to factorize it as, this is 9. We can do it as 3x plus 3x, splitting the middle term. Right, let's take 3x in common. It becomes x plus 1, and here also it becomes x plus 1. It becomes 3, so it becomes 3x plus 1 and x plus 1. So value of x here is minus 1 by 3 and from here is minus 1. These are the other two zeros of this polynomial, guys. These are the other two zeros. The first two zeros which they are given in the question are root 5 by 3 and minus root 5 by 3, and the other two zeros which they have asked are minus 1 by 3 and comma minus 1. In the exam, after finding this whole step, you have to do it, first of all you have to do it in step by step, guys. First you should write that given two zeros of the polynomial root 5 by 3 and minus root 5 by 3, we will try to find the equation g of x from which we can use that as the divisor to divide the dividend p of x. So first in the first step you will find the polynomial equation from the zeros, guys, by doing this method. And the second step is, after finding g of x, you will tell now dividing p of x with g of x. This is the second step, guys, in which you are dividing p of x with g of x. After finding, in the third step you will tell us, now since we got the quotient, if we factorize the quotient, we are going to get the other two zeros of the equation. Factorizing the quotient, this step you have to write, and then after getting the zeros you have to write as the other two zeros of the polynomial are minus 1 by 3 and minus 1, hence found. That's it, guys. Then this question will be asked for 4 marks, guys, according to me, I guess. So that's it, guys. If you do it properly, you're going to get the entire 4 marks, and it's not even a lot of time consuming. If you practice well, it's going to be easy. That's it, guys. Now let's go to the next question. You can take the screenshot of this now. So guys, now we are going to the fourth question of the exercise. In the fourth question, we need to use two things, guys. One is the division of polynomial, obviously, and the second thing is your basic concept of what dividend is equal to. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. That concept which you have learnt in the lower classes is going to apply in this polynomial as well, guys. We are going to apply that concept in this question. Let us see, guys. The question is, on dividing x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 by a polynomial g of x, the quotient and remainder were x minus 2 and minus 2x plus 4 respectively, find g of x. Now what you have to do is, you have to find the polynomial g of x, guys. That is, you have to find the divisor. They are given the dividend, they are given the quotient, and then they are given the remainder. There are 4 terms, right, guys? One is dividend, one more is divisor, one more is quotient, and the other is remainder. In those 4 terms, if 3 is given and 1 they have asked us to find it, we can find it, right, guys? Yeah, it's easy to find it. Let's go and find it out, guys. Before going further, let's note down the formula, guys. P of x equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. That is dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. That's the formula this means, guys. P of x is the dividend, g of x is the divisor, r of x is the remainder, and q of x is the quotient. Now let's write the given polynomials in this format. If we write, we'll be getting, since this is p of x is equal to, we have to find the g of x, let us keep it as g of x, and when we are multiplying with the quotient, this is the quotient and the remainder is, right. Now if we want to find g of x, what we should do is, this is like solving a linear equation, guys. This has become a linear equation because this is a variable polynomial, we can say. It's a variable, a polynomial, like for example in algebra you used to consider a variable, right? Here you can consider this variable as a polynomial which you have to find out, right? So what we have to do is, we have to rearrange the terms and we have to find it, guys. That's it, nothing more than that. Let's rearrange it. Let's keep the g of x here. These two are in multiplication. Let's keep these two on one side. This one, let's bring it to the other side, guys. Now when this is minus 2x, when we bring to other side, it becomes plus 2x. When this plus 2x becomes here, it becomes x plus 2x, which becomes 3x. And that 4, when it comes here, it becomes minus 4. Plus 2 minus 4 becomes minus 2. So here it becomes finally right? It becomes equal to g of x into x minus 2. Now to find g of x, we are going to divide this polynomial with this polynomial, guys. Why? Because it's in multiplication, right? When you have to find g of x, you have to take it down, right? It comes in division, it will come in division. It's simple algebra. Now let's divide, guys. This is the concept, guys. So this exercise is completely based upon division, right? They're giving in a different ways, right? Even the previous question they gave in a different way, after giving 2 zeros, finding the other 2 zeros. Even in this question, they've indirectly given the values, and indirectly they want us to do the division at last using this concept at first. In exam, guys, first you will be writing as using the concept of division. We get, and then proceeding, you have to proceed like this, guys, and then you have to go to the second step where you are going to do the division. Let's do the division, guys. In division, I'm not sure whether the space will be enough, but let's try, or else we'll rub it off, guys. I'll rub this off. So let's remember what we have to do. We have to divide this with x minus 2, guys. That's what we are going to remember. Yeah, we are going to divide this with x minus 2. Let me copy it down and then let's rub it, guys, and then we'll go further. Right, now we can rub this off. So now we'll do the division, guys. The quotient which we get is going to be the divisor. So we'll do this division, guys. This is simple division. Even you can do it along with me. So it is x into what is going to give us x cube? It's x square, right? X square into x is going to give us x cube, and this becomes minus 2x square. So this gets cancelled up, right? And then this becomes plus, so it becomes minus x square. These two are going to come down. It becomes plus 3x minus 2. That's it. And here it is minus x, right? You'll get minus x square and then plus 2x. After doing the subtraction thing, you are going to get x minus 2, right? These both are same. When these both are same, you have to just do plus 1, guys. That's it. Even here you are going to get x minus 2 over. The remainder you will get as 0. So this quotient which you get, this is q of x, guys. This is quotient which you get here is g of x, which we had to find out in the last step. If you do it in a paper, you will get it in a, you'll get it in a good organized way, guys, because I rubbed it once. It's not in that hierarchy, but it's fine, guys. So this is the g of x. So at last you will write g of x is found out to be x square minus x plus 1, and then you will end the question, guys. That's it. If you see, it was so simple, guys. It won't take much time also to do if you have a good practice with the division. Division is the only step where it will consume some time, I guess. And in the first step what we did was the basic concept of division, and if you didn't know that concept, you couldn't have even went still this far. So it's very important that you know all the concepts of NCERT, guys. Now let's go to the fifth question. You can take the screenshot now. So guys, now we are going to the final question of this exercise. Also happens to be the final question of this chapter, guys. We have come this far, guys. So let's see the final question, guys. It's easy, guys. The final question is easy. Give examples of polynomial p of x, g of x, q of x and r of x which satisfies these conditions. The conditions given are, the first sub question of this question is degree of p of x should be equal to degree of q of x. For example, we have to give the examples, guys, here. So let's take this p of x polynomial and then take this q of x polynomial. Now when you multiply this by 2, you are going to get the same polynomial again. So remainder you are going to get 0. Now if you see the degree of Q is going to be equal to degree of P, right? Because, yeah, quotient. The degree of, I think it's G of X, right? I think this one is G of X. This can't be Q of X. Just a minute, guys. Okay. So, just a minute, guys. We'll go to the second part and then we'll come to the first part. There's small confusion in the first part. Let's go to the second part. In second part, they're telling us the degree of Q of X should be equal to degree of R of X, which means the degree of quotient should be equal to degree of remainder. We have taken this example, guys. We have taken this polynomial of degree 3 and divided with the polynomial of degree 2. That time we got a remainder of polynomial of degree 1. Actually, there's not much explanation which I can give in this question, guys, because like this question, the chance of this coming, there might be a chance of this questions coming, but the chance is less, not much as the earlier questions which is solved in this exercise. But even then you have to know it, guys. Actually, these questions you are going to get it from practice. You have to practice, you have to divide and see few polynomials of degree 3 with degree 2 with degree 4 with degree 2, and that time what are the reminders you are going to get, what type of reminders you are going to get. With that more and more practice, you are going to know that which polynomial divided by which polynomial, which are you going to get, which degrees. So more practice is required, guys. There is not specific formula I can give you in these type of questions by which you will be able to solve this question particularly. So that's it, guys. You can just see the example, you can note it down, you can take a screenshot, and then you can analyze what has happened in these questions. I'll just move aside for some time. So here I got it, guys. The correction is small correction, guys. What we have to do is 2 should come here. So it's actually like this, guys. P of X is equal to this one and G of X is equal to 2 and Q of X is this one. So the degree of P of X is going to be equal to degree of Q of X. So both the degrees are same, right? Even here the degree is 2 and here the degree is 2. That's it, guys. There was a small correction which I did now. That's it, guys. You can take the screenshot and then you'll get to know. Here they said the reminder's degree to be equal to 0, and if you divide this polynomial with this polynomial, you'll get the quotient as this one, and the remainder you'll get as number 5. So number 5 means there's no degree, right? There's no variable at all, there's no variable x at all, which means the degree is going to be equal to 0. So that's it, guys. We have completed this chapter, and congrats for you guys for completing this chapter, and make sure that you keep practicing more and more questions from this chapter, guys. So NCERT, everything is over by now. I think all the questions we have solved except the optional exercise. They have given in your NCERT that optional exercise is not in examination point of view, so that's why I'm not doing it. If you want, you can do that one as well for practice, or else you can go for your RS Agarwal or RD Sharma books for practice, or else you can refer some online websites for more questions to practice, guys. So that's it, guys. This chapter is over. So in the next lecture, we'll be seeing with a new chapter with a new beginning. That's it, guys. Bye.